In this world, the greatest mistake people make is believing that showing their strength earns them respect. Ordinary minds rush to prove themselves, to display every bit of talent and power they possess, desperate for validation. But the smartest people, the true masterminds, they understand that the moment you reveal everything, you lose the most important weapon you have, unpredictability. That is why the smartest people never show their true power. Think about how the human mind works. The unknown is always more terrifying than the known. A shadow in the dark is scarier than a monster in plain sight. When people cannot measure your limits, their imagination fills the gap, and in their imagination, you become limitless. This is the weapon of a true strategist. This is the psychology of those who win without ever lifting a finger. Look at Ayanokoji Kiyotaka from Classroom of the Elite. At first glance, he appears ordinary, just another quiet student, blending into the background, deliberately avoiding attention, but that is where his genius lies. By hiding his intelligence, by masking his skills, he lowers the guard of everyone around him. His classmates underestimate him, his enemies ignore him, and only when the moment demands it does his terrifying mind reveal itself. He doesn't seek recognition, he seeks control. He plays the long game, manipulating outcomes so perfectly that no one even realizes they were being played. That's what makes him one of the most dangerous masterminds. In anime, not his strength, but his ability to hide it. This is not just fiction. The psychology is real. In life, too, the ones who act normal, who stay silent, who pretend to be average, often end up controlling the game. Because while everyone else is busy showing off, they are quietly observing, analyzing, and planning their strike, just like a chess master. They think 10 moves ahead while their opponent is still planning the first. Showing your full power too soon is like laying down your cards in poker. Once people know what you have, the game is no longer in your hands. But imagine playing against someone whose cards you cannot read, whose strategies you cannot see. That uncertainty alone breaks confidence, plants fear, and gives control to the one who hides. Smart people thrive on this. Psychological advantage embodies this perfectly. He creates fear without shouting, authority without titles, and dominance without recognition. His silence is his sharpest weapon. He proves that to be truly dangerous, you don't need to show strength. You just need to let others believe you might have more than they can ever imagine. Now, consider the subtle brilliance of manipulation. While most people rely on raw talent, Ayanokoji manipulates perception. He understands human biases, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. By staying in the shadows, he forces others to act in ways that serve his goals, often without them realizing it. He turns overconfidence into vulnerability, impatience into mistakes, and curiosity into traps. Every interaction, every conversation, every seemingly insignificant observation becomes a tool for control. Even his approach to competition is calculated. In Classroom of the Elite, he never goes in with brute force. Instead, he studies patterns, predicts behaviors, and waits for the perfect opening. By letting others exhaust themselves, expose their weaknesses, or make reckless decisions, he conserves energy and maximizes impact. In the real world, this mirrors the most effective leaders and strategists, those who let chaos unfold while silently steering the outcome. This lesson is universal. Think about high-stakes environments, business, politics, warfare. The person who shouts the loudest rarely wins. The one who masks their intentions understands human nature. and waits patiently often controls the outcome entirely. People like Ayanokoji teach us that restraint is power. Silence is power, the ability to strike unseen and at the perfect moment is a skill far rarer than raw talent. And here's something most people never realize. Showing power isn't just a risk, it's a self-imposed limitation. Once everyone knows your abilities, they adapt, plan, and counter you. But by staying unpredictable, you remain several steps ahead. That is the psychological edge that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Ayanokoji's genius is also about timing. He understands that revealing too much too early can ruin everything. Patience allows him to build leverage, observe reactions, and make others underestimate him completely. The longer you stay hidden, the stronger your eventual reveal becomes. It's the ultimate combination of strategy, psychology, and intellect. The perfect example of what it means to be a silent master of manipulation. So, let this be a reminder. If you want to think like a mastermind, you must embrace invisibility. Stop proving yourself at every turn. Let people judge you by what they see, not by what you can do. Let them relax, let them assume, let them miscalculate, and when the moment is right, your hidden strength will feel unstoppable, inevitable, and untraceable. Remember, respect can be earned through strength, but fear is created through mystery. Fear combined with respect, that's what legends are made of. And Ayanokoji Kiyotaka stands as the perfect illustration, quiet, unassuming, yet infinitely dangerous. If this breakdown opened your eyes to the dark psychology of masterminds, hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology, anime analysis, and strategies that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Remember this, true power is not in what you show, but in what you hide. Stay silent, stay strategic, and stay ahead.